Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. June is my favorite month, along with November because of Halloween. And it's a Pride season. Everyone loves Pride. It's so colorful. Rainbow, unicorn, glitter, flags, Pride flags everywhere. Everyone loves Pride. But let me tell you one thing. Pride is not only about rainbow, unicorn, and glitter. It's a reminder to all of us that a lot of people that came before us fought for the right that we have nowadays to showcase that we are who we are. And yes, pride is and always will be political, especially because pride comes from riot. Pride comes from protest. So baby, come in. I just arrived. My name is Friday the Professor, and today we're gonna talk a little about pride. So welcome back everyone, and I wanna say thank you for the really nice welcome from you with my first video in English. Thank you. By saying this, remember to subscribe and recommend to your friends because there is a drag queen speaking English and Portuguese on YouTube talking about many things. Therefore, Delta, because as I say, I have many things to say in many languages. So, before we continue, we need to do a short timeline of events because today, Friday, the 28th of June, we celebrate the Pride Day. But why the 28th of June? The 1960s is a milestone in the history of Western human rights. And why is that? Because not only LGBTQ plus people fought for rights during the 60s, but also women, Black people, we have the civil rights movement. So that moment in history is really important to many things we have nowadays. 55 years ago, in New York City, a series of riots took place over several days after a police raid at the Stonewall Inn, a gay bar located in Lower Manhattan. Sylvia Rivera and Marsha P. Johnson are among the main leaders of this movement. The operation against LGBTQ plus people lasts 2 more nights, and the following year, in the light of that horrible episode, many pride parades were organized in many cities of the United States. Back then, during the 60s, the prosecution, discrimination, and violence against people because of their sexual orientation or gender identity was something allowed by laws. And there was not all this coverage in terms of human rights and public policy as we know nowadays. Therefore, 55 years ago is not that long time ago, it's pretty recent. And if you think again, only in the 90s, the World Health Organization acknowledged that homosexuality is not an illness. So, baby, remember, our rights, they are still fresh. And Stonewall was just one part of the history because it doesn't mean that after Stonewall, just because people were having pride celebrations, things were solved. No. Because baby, along the history, many people fought for our rights. I think one of the things I like to share with people is that the achievements of rights in our community is an ongoing process. For example, if you take a look in Europe, countries such as Greece and Estonia only recently allow same-sex marriage. Thank you, straight people, for allowing us to get married. And year by year, the Pride celebrations are getting bigger. Many companies want to join, many companies want to showcase support, many companies want to talk about Pride. But yet, this is a recent event. The way that media, the way that press, the way that the work market perceive LGBTQ plus people has changed not long time ago. It's pretty recent. But it's important to see this big rainbow everywhere, the celebration, because we are here, we are queer, we are not going anywhere, we are everywhere, and representation does matter. We need to show to this young generation that it's completely okay to be who you are. As throughout the history, we achieve a lot of things, but we should not take it for granted. There is so much more to achieve. There is so much more to fight for, especially because queer rights are in danger in many places in the world. And by saying this, remember the power of voting, the power of voting right. Things, at least in Europe, are going quite too far right. And baby, this is not good for our community. There are people trying to take our rights away. So remember, voting is really important. If you don't make your choice, and if you don't use your voice, someone else will speak for you instead. And yes, remember to subscribe and drop your comment here. What do you think about pride? Why pride is important for us? When you go out to celebrate pride, do that for you and also for those who can do that. There are people around the world, they can celebrate pride. And even around us, believe or not, there are people silenced, oppressed, and under constant violence and violation. And if you're watching and you are under these conditions I mentioned, remember that first, you do not deserve this oppression. You do not deserve this violence. I just hope all this oppression, all this suffering, all this sadness will stop at some point. You matter. You deserve shine your light. Just hold tight and remember, you matter, you're beautiful, there is nothing wrong with you. They are wrong. The joke is on them. Please stay strong. And hopefully you will be able to transform all this curse, all this negativity in a powerhouse energy light that will inspire people like you to carry on. Yes, I think that's basically all I want to say about pride. So go out, celebrate pride, and remember there are a lot of people looking to us as inspiration. Yes, you queer people, you who openly showcase that you are queer, openly talk about this. There are people who look at you as inspiration, as source of power, energy, light to carry on and survive. Because what? We are beautiful and we are golden. For now, that's all. See you here next time. Bye.